Hello, this is Geoff with In-Depth Studies. Today we're looking at Geoff's thoughts on New Covenant theology. We are in the book of Joshua, chapter 13, verse 1. And of course, the context is Joshua leading the Israelites into the Promised Land, and they conquered it. There is a military campaign to the north and to the south. And now we have this statement in chapter 13, verse 1. When Joshua had grown old, the Lord said to him, "You are now very old, and there are still very large areas of land to be taken over." Now, this is fascinating because in chapter 11, verse 23, it says that Joshua took the entire land. But in 13:1, he obviously didn't take all of the square footage of the Promised Land because there are still areas left to be conquered. But what we do want to make note of is that from God's point of view, as we discussed on a previous Geoff's Thoughts, that 11:23 says, "So Joshua took the entire land, just as the Lord had directed Moses." He took the entire land. But taking the entire land did not mean that he took it literally, all of it, because 13:1 says there are still very large areas of land to be taken over. So at this point, we are clashing with classic dispensationalism, which says that the promise of the promised land to Israel was never truly fulfilled literally. Therefore, that promise remains today to be fulfilled. But God's interpretation of his own prophecy says, no, that's not true. The promise was fulfilled, but God defines what he meant by fulfillment. If this is helpful, check out more of Geoff's Thoughts on YouTube, and there you can subscribe.